Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Thursday, June 4th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. It is another June gloom morning out there across the coastal areas up to many of the lower coastal slopes of central and southern California. The satellite imagery looks pretty much like it did this time yesterday, with low clouds spreading deeply into these areas. Clearing will be fairly slow closer to the coastline, but there should be plentiful sunshine with warm temperatures this afternoon. Uneventful weather will continue to be the theme as we finish off this week and move into next week. Weak high pressure will remain in place for the next couple days, with little overall change in weather conditions, remaining on the warm and dry side away from a persistent marine layer. Pacific troughing is expected to move into the west coast this weekend and last through at least the middle of next week. This will keep the uneventful weather going, except with cooler temperatures and a deeper marine layer. Temperatures across the region will continue to remain 5 to 15 degrees above seasonal averages over the next couple days, with low to mid-90s common across the valleys, 70s and 80s closer to the coast, and around 105 to 110 for the low desert. As Pacific troughing moves in, temperatures will gradually cool this weekend into early next week, with highs returning to near seasonal averages. Most valleys will be in the 80s, upper 80s for the San Joaquin Valley. Coastal areas will be in the 60s and 70s, and the low desert will be near 100, and temperatures will remain consistent through the middle of the week. The marine layer should remain persistent but fairly shallow for the next couple days as weak high pressure remains in place. Low clouds and fog should be mostly restricted to the coastal plains and some lower coastal valleys. A dry air mass will linger away from the marine influence, with minimum humidity in the 12 to 25% range for most areas, except lower in the deserts. The marine layer will deepen this weekend into early next week, and humidity will slowly rise. Winds will remain mostly light through the rest of the work week, exhibiting typical diurnal and terrain-driven trends. Westerly winds will become a little more enhanced this weekend into next week as low pressure becomes dominant, especially for the deserts and adjacent slopes. In terms of fire potential, the warm and dry conditions will continue to support steady initial attack activity over the next few days. There will be a daily chance for a new large fire on well-aligned starts. Fire potential will decline this weekend into next week with the expected cooler weather and deeper marine layer. Fire potential should remain mainly concentrated in grass-dominated fuel types. The lack of more impactful fire weather will limit the potential for fires to extend across burn periods or into heavier fuel types, especially given that live and heavier dead fuel moistures remain somewhat elevated. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Friday, June 5th. Have a fantastic day.